Chan, man, you went viral again, man. You great at it. I mean, Kevin Hart, the cat, stuff. You going viral a lot, man. This time, though, it was because you said you'd sell your soul for $100 million, which I know you didn't literally mean that. And Bud was like, hey, well, now we know your character. And people definitely saw that a certain way, right? As like, this is one man who is standing on the fact that you're not capable of purchasing him. And it's another man that's like, for the right price, I can be bought.
Everything got a price.
What is your, I guess, response to some of the things people are saying about the clip?
Yeah, first, if everybody knows it's a jest. Sell your soul. Honestly, what's a soul? Y'all have an answer?
Yes.
What is it?
It depends on which one you're talking about. It could be the soul that Jesus Christ died to save, right? That is your soul. That is what is supposed to carry over into the eternal life. Your earthly soul, in my opinion, is your character. It's your foundations. It's your morals, right? If you say to me, you'll sell your soul, it's like when people say, oh, they sold their soul so they can win a Grammy. They sold their soul so they can win a Super Bowl. It's like there is nothing left of you of substance after you achieve this one thing in which you gave everything, you gave your essence in order to have.
And that's what I'm saying. The Christian soul, religious soul, that doesn't have a price. But you see about the Illuminati stuff you hear about, I'm gonna bring up a celebrity that said they sold their soul for money. They sold out of what they're supposed to be. Like, that's why I started seeing, like, now it started getting deep when people were texting me, hitting me, and I don't do social media, but people text me like, yeah, sending me clips of all that stuff. My point was that Bud Crawford is about to go fight. He don't have to sell his soul to fight. What's he, 42-0? He's gonna have a 43rd fight. And when the number gets high enough, he's gonna do it, and I want everybody to apologize to me. That's what I want. I'm gonna say it right now. Everybody that criticized me in 4 years, 3 years, 5 years, whenever it is, when somebody offers Bud that sack, and he goes back in that ring and starts boxing, y'all say, Crowder, I'm sorry, I apologize to you because you were right. You don't have to sell your soul, but for $100 million, I'll fight a giraffe, a lion, a tiger, a penguin at the same time. $100 million?
Right.
That's a lot of money. That's life-changing generation money we talk about with so many other people. I was saying that there's a price on him getting back in the ring, not selling your soul that Christ gave me and all. And I'm glad how you articulated, because that's what people were saying.
Yeah.
Oh, he was the devil now. I'm not gonna be the devil for $100 million. I go slap me a bitch in the face for $100 million, though. Like, what are y'all talking about? It gets so serious and so deep. And that was what I was saying. There's gonna be a time, again, where Bud gets back in that ring because the price is right.
Yeah, I think when Bud followed up what you said about selling your soul, when he mentioned your character, they looked at it as it was this profound statement. When truth of the matter is, if they've been following you the past 4 years, you've said numerous amounts of time, and this goes back to what RC says about character being your foundation. You said, look, I played football for money. Y'all might have played for different things, but I played for money, right? And you knew exactly how much your checks were every time the guy came with the check. In terms of questioning the character part, you've already established that with people that pay attention. And I also think, Channing, in terms of integrity, because some people are like, you gotta question someone's character, you question their integrity. You are always truthful. Like, your integrity is whether you lie, you're being honest or not. You are who you are, you've constantly said that. So I didn't have a problem with anything you said. I know you said it jokingly and how it came across. But again, it's the internet. You got to deal with people that want to philosophize and kind of go deep. But each person has to value themselves in any moment. Everybody's different. You know, somebody could be down bad and might go out there and fight for 10 grand. You know, prayerfully, Bud doesn't encounter any financial issues or anything of that nature where he doesn't have to make the decision based on money. But again, if you want to come out and go and fight for $100 million, it's $100 million.
No.
And to take it a step further, and then I'll give it to you, as fathers, as providers, if I had to juggle between giving my kids an additional $100 million and me leaving this earth because of it, that's my ultimate sacrifice to my family. And I know they'll be well off. So if I have to fight and get concussed or whatever, knocked out for $100 million, I'll do it.
Quickly, you said about the soul and the Christ and all that stuff. I'm not talking about kidnapping or killing or any of that for money. I'm talking about fighting another human being. So if I say, who's the baddest? Bud's probably the baddest thing in the ring right now, right? Fight Bud for $10 million. You say no. I keep going up $10 million increments, and I guarantee everybody out there gets to an increment of 10 million where you'll be like, yeah, give me the gloves.
Well, I think when you had the interaction with Bud and he said, now we know your character, I think it was the way you responded. There's a difference in you saying to Bud Crawford, for $100 million, I would fight anyone. And for $100 million, I would sell my soul. I believe that elicits a different response for him. He also don't have no joke and play in him.
Yeah.
Right? So it isn't going to be a lot of fun in however he responds to you. So people took that thing literally. I will say this. I do believe that our priorities dictate our decisions and our actions. We've had this conversation a million times amongst ourselves. I do feel that, not speaking in you in general, people who are all about money are difficult for me to trust in certain situations. I am not a person who likes to be around hustlers. I grew up around hustlers. I knew some hustlers that were great people. I knew when it came to business decisions or decisions that surrounded money, if we didn't already have a pre-existing relationship that said that I, as a person, was more important to them than that money, they was gonna choose that. In my opinion, it does, when somebody is so much about money, make me think to myself, what will they sell me for, or what will they sell me out for? So I do have to have a relationship with them where I feel like you care about me, the person, more than you care about that. And I think that's where the character part comes in. He doesn't know you. He doesn't know that you are a loyal friend. He doesn't know that you're honest about who you are and you're consistent. For me, consistency is the key. If you are this every single day, I know exactly what box to put you in, and I know how to deal with you. It is difficult for somebody from the outside to be like, well, damn, if that's all that matters to you, like, what else does? Where does that fall on your totem pole? Where does that fall in your priorities? And so I think everybody took it out of context because of the joke you made and the way he responded. You were saying to Bud, I would fight for $100 million, and I actually bet you will too when it's offered. And I think the clip taken in this small 35-second increment it was made people look at you differently because of his response.